Hello everyone, my name is Andrea. I am the Buckeye Stitcher. Welcome back to another video. I just I worked on this last night and I did record it, or I should say I was recording it until my computer decided that it was done. And it stopped the recording and shut down. Turns out I filled up my computer to capacity apparently. So I spent today getting a whole bunch of stuff off my computer that I don't really use. So I put it onto an external drive to get more space on my computer. So hopefully this will work better. But I did have this recorded and then it stopped. So so I was going to continue on with this color, but it's in a really bad place. Like it took me forever to set this view up, and I set the view up before I, figured out where I was going to stitch. So let's see. Yeah, see, I only have 77 left of that color. I would love to finish it, but I'm not messing with the camera again. It's not happening. So I'm gonna switch over to 3853, which is this really kind of goldenrod. Well, I guess that's more goldenrod. This is more like orange, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, just orange. Maybe a little bit of red in there. So, okay. Oopsie. Hitting the camera already, I swear. So, I hope you all are doing well. It is 9:55 p.m. um, on Wednesday, September 24th. I think I officially have a week to get this done, I think. Um, I don't think I'm gonna get it done before October, which, I don't know, I might. Why is that? It was like swaying. I'm like, what did you just do it? Um, I would like to get it done before October because I have two other projects that I wanted to get started, but I don't want to start them until this is done because, this has an end date. Those other two, one has an end date and it's like next year, so I'm not too worried about it. The other one doesn't have an end date. It's just for fun basically. So, yeah, I'm just trying to finish this one first before starting anything new. Let's see. I thought, no, it's down here. That's where we're starting. I'm like, where are we starting? So let's see. Yeah, because this over here. Those are those two. So that's that box. And then we go over here, over here. So it's over here. Okay, I got it. I got it. I got it. Okay, so we're gonna start right here. Maybe. There we go. Um, so yeah, tell me what you guys are stitching on. Oh, I was gonna ask a question. Now I can't remember. Oh, I can't remember. Maybe it'll come back. But anyway, okay, so we're gonna start here. Oh, that was probably the question. Let me know if you guys like to have the pattern keeper up on the screen or if you just want, like not. Hold on, let me like that. Do you just want the cross stitch and the cross stitch on there, or do you like pattern keeper up as well? I find it cool that pattern keeper's up. I like it personally, but you guys let me know. I'll do whatever you guys like. It is a little fiddly trying to keep it, trying to keep the stitching and frame and, you know, put this somewhere, that it's not in the way. But if you guys like it, I'll keep doing it. So, all right. So we're gonna start here. Okay. Mm, Let me see. So one, two. Oh, that is three. Okay, it looked like four. Okay, but anyway, yeah. Let me know what you guys are stitching on. I am very excited. Like I'm having super fun with this one. This was a great pattern. This was fun, especially with all the bright colors. It's very, very fun. But I'm excited to start my other two projects. One is the Hawaiian sunset cross stitch. I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. One is the um Hawaiian sunset that I am going to do for my other brother and his wife's um 10-year anniversary next year. And I'm excited because I'm starting that one. I'm doing that one on purple Ada. And as far as I can remember, I've not used anything other than white. So I'm like super excited. um, but also, I'm also excited because Nicola from Simply a Stitcher, she is having an October spooky stitch, stitch along, and I found one called Purple Trees in my stash, and it's just so, so pretty. I love it. So, yeah, I have that all set up. Just have to put I'm hoping to put that one in this frame. So that's another reason I need to get this done. um, because I would like this frame for that. But that one, yeah, that one's a big one. But I'm super excited. The colors are so, so pretty. So, oopsie. Mm, There we go. Yes. So what else was going on? Can't remember what I said in my last floss tube, which was the update a couple days ago. If I repeat things, I do apologize. Um, I have not heard back yet. It's officially been 2 weeks since my sleep study, and I have not heard back results. I might, I probably will call them tomorrow, um, and ask them what's going on, because I'm kind of in limbo right now with my sleep. Um, it's not great. I thought I was gonna be stitching up there. Let me move this over. Hopefully. All right. Um, anyway, so I'm probably going to call them tomorrow and ask them what's going on because my sleep has not gotten better. It's kind of it's not fluctuating as much anymore, which is good. But I'm still only getting about 2 to 3 hours of sleep. Um, so and it's not just that I'm getting 2 to 3 hours of sleep. It's because I've worked on 2 to 3 hours of sleep before. Like insomnia and I are old friends, but the 2 to 3 hours I do get is not restful at all. Like, I am dreaming. I do know that. So I'm hitting REM, but it's not restful at all. And I wake up really tired. Uh, and the last couple days, I've actually spent most of the day in bed, just kind of in and out. I'd be up for, I wake up, I roll over, and then usually what I do is I set up a YouTube video, and within a couple of minutes, I'm back asleep. And then I wake up 2 to 3 hours later and do it all over again. So yeah, it's not great. I do not consider myself functional at all. So I just need I need an answer. Even if the answer is, "Hey, sorry, we don't know what's wrong with you." That's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but I'd be, that's okay. Tell me that so we could move on and try to figure out what's going on. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I'm really hoping that, and it's so weird, but I'm really hoping that they come back and they're like, yeah, you have sleep apnea, or hey, you're having seizures at night, which is why you can't, sleep, or get restful sleep. So, here's a CPAP or here's some medication. That would be, yeah, I just want to sleep. I just want to sleep. It's now 3 months that this has been going on. Um, so yeah, it's not great. What else? I went to the dentist yesterday or the day before, something like that. Kind of impromptu. They called me in the morning, and said, "Hey, we have a cancellation. Did you want to come in?" And at first I was like, "Eh." um, but then I thought about it and I'm just like, "Yeah, let's do it because if I don't do it now when you're on the phone with me, then I'm just not going to do it." Because I hate the dentist. And but but I go every 6 months because, I don't want problems, but I had problems this year. I've been fighting with my insurance company, my dental insurance company, all since January, trying to find someone in my area that takes it. Turns out everyone does, but no one knows what the insurance is called. So I was calling it by the name on the card, and everyone else knows it by a different name. so, so I've been messing with that for the past nine and a half months. So it's been well over a year since I've last been to the dentist, which is not great, and it wasn't great. They're very nice. I do like them, but um I didn't do x-rays because insurance, we have it all straightened out now, but when I was there, it was, insurance was not straightened out. But I'm like, you know what? It's fine. I'll pay out of pocket just for the cleaning, just so I can get it done because it's been a while. So I'm just trying to figure out where I want to go. Do I want to go down here? Yeah, let's go down there. I was gonna go up here, but let's go down here. Okay. Okay. Anyway, so, I'll just pay out of pocket, submit to insurance and get reimbursed. I hate doing it that way, but whatever. So while I was there getting my teeth cleaned, um they always they always floss in between your teeth when you're there. Um, and it's, you know, they usually use it as an opportunity to be like, this is what you should do every single day. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But while she while she was doing that, I had a filling. I had a filling on the top right, and I had trouble with that filling from the get go. This filling, I got this filling, ooh, year or two ago, something like that. This filling fell out 3 times in a month. The first time it fell out, and I wasn't even out the door. I didn't even leave, and it had fallen out, and I'm like, guys, that's great. Uh, and then proceeded to fall out 2 more times over the next like few weeks, and had to go back in, and they redid it 3 times, and it didn't occur to me to like ask like, is there another thing we can do? I just figured once they get it in there and it stays, then I'll be good. So while she was flossing, this filling fell out again. It popped right off while she was flossing. Um, and I'm just like, that's crazy because I haven't had any problems with it. I was brushing over there and everything, nothing. Like everything was fine. Now I don't really floss because I don't like it, but I think if I would have been flossing, I would have probably popped it out because she said it was very loose. But I didn't even feel that it was loose. I had no idea, absolutely none. So we took one X-ray of that side so we could see what the heck was going on. It was like $15. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, that's fine. Do the one. And yeah, I don't know what my other place was thinking. I really don't. The dentist that came in and looked at the X-ray, he's like, honey, he's like, is a that is a root canal all day long. He's like, I don't even know why they attempted to do a filling on that. Um, and I'm like, cool. Yeah, like half the tooth is missing. And where they um where they drilled to get the cavity out, they are like it's like a nanometer away from my root, uh, through the root of the tooth. Um, so if they would have gone just a tiny, tiny bit closer, it probably would have turned into a root canal, because I would have been in extreme amounts of pain. So I've been kind of lucky, the last like year or two that this has gone so well. But yeah, now it's a root canal, so that's sad. I've never never had one before. I've had fillings before, obviously, but I've never had a root canal. Um, my dad's had quite a few. I think my mom might have had one, maybe. But yeah, so I don't do well at the dentist. Um, even for cleanings, like I had to. If I would just floss and brush more regularly, um, dentist appointments would go easier because I would be taking care of my teeth, but I don't, and so I'm used to them having to scrape and scratch all the stuff off my teeth every time, and I absolutely hate it. I hate it so much. And she did a really, really good job. But man, she she made sure to get every little piece off, which is fine. That's perfectly fine. But it was longer than it usually was, and my I don't even know what it was. My autism, my ADHD, my anxiety, my whatever, I don't know, whatever it was not happy. And I actually had to stop her about halfway through because I legit thought I was going to have a panic attack. Um, so I had to like I'm like, give me just a second, I need to regroup. And I did, and we continued and we're all good. But no, she was very, very nice. I did very, very he was very, very nice too, the dentist. I do like it, like both of them. So yeah. S- So these kind of look like carrots, don't they? They're cute. They kind of look like carrots. So that's what I have to look forward to. I don't know if he wanted to do the root canal like that day, but it's like that's not happening. It's like I almost had a panic attack by her just, scraping the plaque off my teeth. I need more prepared time for that. Um, so the problem is though I had half my tooth was missing because the filling fell out. So he was gracious enough to take a few minutes and put a temporary filling in. I thought the temporary was going to fall out yesterday, or well, yesterday or the day before, whenever I got it done. That first like 24 hours, I thought it was going to fall out because it felt really loose. But now it seems fine, and I've actually chewed on it, eaten on it with food. I've actually accidentally chewed on that side a couple times, and nothing's happened. So I'm trying not to chew on that side, which is hard because that's the side I usually chew on. But um, yeah. So yeah. Um, but yeah, it'll be okay. As they said, it's just a filling with some extra steps. Well, it's a filling with one extra step, as they said. So, and I'm like, yeah, that's fair. And I've had filling. Oops, that's the wrong way. And I've had fillings before, so you know, it's okay. Um, but because of my mental issues, I I can't even get regular fillings without, some type of chemical assistance, shall we say. And at least in my area, Ohio, USA, obviously, because I'm the Buckeye Stitcher. But at least up here, for the last several years, it's been harder and harder to find offices that offer, any type of anything. And I've done several with nitrous oxide, which is laughing gas. It's it's fine. There we go. I can do it. Um, but it's really hard to find places now that offer that. Luckily, this place does, and I that's probably why I picked him, to be honest. But I've had to wait like 3 months for this appointment. Um, so yeah, it's been a long time coming. But yeah, so that's what I get to look forward to. Next week, October 2nd, actually, I am going in and we are doing, now that the insurance is figured out, I'm going in that day on the 2nd just to get the rest of the x-rays done. Because when she took the x-ray of just that one area just to see what that tooth was doing, there were two other cavities in two teeth on the bottom. And I'm like, great. Um, so I'm like, you know what? I'm like, can I just come in, do the rest of the x-rays so we can figure out exactly how many cavities I have and just do them all at once? Just get them all out of the way because I don't want to pay for the nitrous more than I have to because insurance does not cover that. So I have to pay for that out of pocket. And I think there we go. It's either 2 or 250. I can't remember. So I, already it's a couple $100 already. And but you got to do what you got to do. And yeah. So yeah, and she's like they're baby cavities. She's like these are so small. Honestly, they probably could have done them they probably could have done them that day without any Novocaine. That's how tiny they were. Like, tiny they are. But I'm just like, let me come back and we'll figure it out later. So, but yeah, so that is the fun time I have coming up the next uh, few weeks away because this temporary is only going to last so long. And plus, I would just like to have this done, and I would like to have all the other cavities done so I can hopefully, you know, um, get on a better routine. I just need to find a way of making 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, excuse me. I just gotta find a way of uh making that easier for me. I'm not sure how that's going to happen. I've been trying to make brushing my teeth easy and a habit for almost 40 years. But yeah, I really need to figure out a system that will work. Um, because this is yeah, this is ridiculous. I can't keep doing this. It's like I have a panic attack every 6 months. I have a panic attack because I got to go to the dentist because I'm like afraid of what they're going to find because it's like, well, just brush your teeth and floss, and they probably won't find anything. Makes sense. Uh, Apparently makes too much sense for my brain. But yeah, so yeah, when that happens, I don't know how I'm gonna be. Um, I mean, they're just fillings, so I'm usually within the day, I'm usually fine. But um, and there shouldn't really be any pain from the root canal because they're literally taking the nerves out. So, you know, but I don't know. I've never had one. But even my dad said they're not bad. They're just, they're just a little bit longer, just an extra step. So, and I'm like, all right. So I'll keep you updated on that. So it's like I'm dealing with the sleep thing, and then now I've got the root canal, and I got the root canal and the other cavities. I know there's at least two. There's probably more. Um, I I don't really have problems with my teeth going in, but I mean, she took one X-ray and she found two. Two little ones, but two. And I'm like, okay. So I'm sure there's more on the other side that she'll find when we do the rest of the X-rays. But it's okay. We'll get it done and we'll be all set and we will get back on a 6-month rotation. And I swear to God, if they drop this insurance, I'm just gonna lose it. Um, because that's the whole thing. I had to find a new one because my mine that I used to go to, I mean, they couldn't get a filling. I mean, that should have been a root canal, so they weren't the greatest anyway. But they dropped my insurance anyway. And then I had a heck of a time finding someone to take this one because no one knew it by the name that was on the card. And I'm like, okay, this is yeah. So so yeah, I've been paying for dental since January of this year. And I finally get to use it in or I finally got to use it in September. So, but it's okay because you know darn well if I wasn't paying for that all year, something would have happened and I would have needed some type of dental thing and it would have probably bankrupted me. So, undoubtedly would have bankrupted me. So anyway, yeah, but yeah, I'm dealing with the sleep thing and now the teeth thing and I'm like, jeez. I'm like, I'm done. I really am. But it's okay. It's okay. Dogs are doing good. Let me make sure I'm counting this correctly. So I did those two. Okay. Dogs are doing real good. Um, is it no, it's not tomorrow, it's Thursday. So tomorrow I've got um an appointment with my psychiatrist for meds. Just oh my gosh, just a general hi, how's it going? It's been a month. Do we need to change anything kind of visit? And then the next day after that, um, I am taking both dogs, and it's going to be fun because I'm taking them both at the same time. But it's fine. We'll get through it. I'm taking both dogs to the vet um because they need their heartworm test. I have the heartworm medication, but I haven't been able to give it to them for the past 2 months because they needed their tests and everything's just so booked out. So I'm hoping that all goes well, especially because they are on it every single month and they've now missed 2 months. So I'm hoping everything's okay. They seem to be okay. But yeah. So but we're doing that. We're gonna get a heartworm test and Luca is almost completely healed. Um, I had to I had to put him back in his recovery suit because he's going after himself again and it's like, dude, you were doing so well. Don't do that. Because he would probably would have been healed by now if he would have left himself alone. But he keeps aggravating it and irritating it and I'm just like, dude. But they're fine. They're perfectly fine. They're sleeping right now. I mean, I don't blame them. It's 10:30. So, but let's see. But yeah. Oh god. But yeah, so that's basically it on my end. Um, September's almost over. So that means the year picks up for my family, along with the holidays at near the end of the year. Um, most of the birthdays, most of the birthdays in my family happen the last few months of the year and the first couple months of the next year. So we've got a few months here coming up of birthdays and things like that. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. So so yeah, I call it my family's busy season. So but yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. But anyway, year's almost over. Crazy. Just absolutely crazy. This year, I mean, they all fly, but this year seems to be the fastest one yet. Like it's just crazy. It feels like it was just January, like last week. I don't know if you feel like that too, but it really does feel like it was just January. And now it's the last week of September. Like what? It's just crazy. But yeah, hope everything's good with you guys. Hope everything uh hope everything's good with your family, your friends, your stitching. You know, I'm very grateful to Nicola for getting me back into cross stitching. I did not. It's been years since I've cross stitched, and I did not realize how much it does actually help my mental health. Um, it really is. Oof, we're gonna end this. It really is one of the only things that quiets down my brain to any degree, which is amazing because my brain never shuts up. Um, but it makes sense because you know it's kind of mindless, but at the same time it's not because you have to pay at least some attention to make sure. Oh boy, are we awake? We're gonna start playing now. Okay. You got to put, you know, you got to pay at least some type of attention to it so that you, you know, you do this right and you don't miscount. There we go. Had a knot in had a knot in the thread. Oh my God. Will you go play somewhere else? Why do you have to play right here? My God. So much for them sleeping. Anyway, so yeah, gosh, I wish I remembered what I was talking. Oh no. What was I talking about? Shoot, I have no idea. Guys, go play somewhere else because you're distracting me. Now I lost it. Oh, cross stitch, right. Um, but it's uh it's not like a hard thing, but it's something that I need to pay attention to eh, or I mess it up. So I think it's just that perfect mix of monotony, but also detail work that, you know, my brain can't really run off as much. um, because we gotta, it has to stay here and focus on this. Trust me, it runs off. Some days I just can't focus at all, and it's just like, all right, it's not happening today. But I'd say 9 times out of 10, when I sit down to cross stitch, my brain is like, yes, let's do it. Mm, plus it just makes me happy. It's very relaxing. And at the end, you get a pretty little picture that you get to either hang up or give away. So, and I think that's what I like about it too. It's like I've always loved crafts ever since I was a kid. I mean, that's all I did was growing up. That was my life. It was art. It was arts and crafts, and it was music. That was my life growing up. Um, the entire time, even through college. I was in the choir in college. Um, so arts and crafts have always been a really big part of it, and I got away from it not on purpose, but just life circumstances and mental health stuff. And I tried to do things even when I was really, really down. I tried to color, I tried to do things like that for, like, just for me, like, but it never worked. Like, I do like to color, but I guess I just don't see a point in doing something if it doesn't have a purpose. Um, and so I'm trying to, like, convince myself, and I think it's working so far. I'm trying to convince myself that the purpose of this is to have fun and to have a finished product at the end. Um, the purpose is doing it. But this is a little easier because this is literally for my brother and his wife. So, so I have, there we go. I couldn't find it. I'm like, where'd it go? So yeah, I have a little bit easier time at least doing this one because it's like I know it's going to someone. But it's hard for me to do arts and crafts just for the sake of doing arts and crafts, like, and that's probably the tism. Um, everything has to have a purpose. If not, then it's just a waste of time. um, which I know, realistically, I know that's not right, but that's how my brain categorizes it. Uh, my brain goes, okay, yeah, we can definitely do the thing. We can spend our time and energy on this, but what are we getting from it? And apparently my brain doesn't like the answer of fun and relaxation. And it's like, that's great, but what else are we getting out of it? It's like, that's it. Just that. Just that. We're learning. It's a learning progress. So, okay, let's see. Yeah, we'll go down here, I guess. Oh my gosh, I wish I could stop yawning. Okay. All right. So from this bottom one right here, we're gonna do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then over 2, 2. Okay, and then so from here it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Um, so yeah, that's about it. Fall is coming. You can probably see I'm in my sweater. It's been kind of chilly, not too cold. It like, 70s, but we've had a lot of rain, so we've had a lot of wind. So the wind makes it feel really, colder than it is. It's been raining for like 2 days now. We had thunderstorms yesterday, and it's just been a constant rain ever since. And I think it's gonna rain. Oh my God, excuse me. I don't think it's supposed to rain tomorrow, but I think it's supposed to rain the next day when I take the dogs to the vet, which is awesome. So, but yeah, lots of rain the last couple days, but that's okay. I like the rain. I like to sit home when it rains. I just like to sit and listen to it. And nothing's better for sleeping, or well, nothing's better for falling asleep than listening to rain. I love it. It's like my favorite thing ever. Maybe that's why I've been so tired the last couple days. I mean, other than the missing, other than the missing sleep, of course. But I was adapting pretty well. I was there were actually days that I was awake. I, so maybe it's just the rain the last few days that have made me really tired. I guess there's not much I can do about that, huh? But that's okay. My dog is my Chihuahua Bruno is clawing clawing at my leg because he probably has to go out, even though we were just out. Like what? Probably 2 hours ago, maybe a little bit longer than that. Honestly, he just wants to go out to play with his brother, which Luca is all too happy to oblige. So honestly, that's what they mostly do outside. They spend most of the time outside playing, which is fine. I don't know how this is going to work in the winter. I don't know how Luca does not mind the rain at all. Like he just does not care. He just stands out in the rain and just like it's not even happening. Like it's not even happening. Um, and I'm like, okay. While Bruno is just like, no, I will melt if I go out in the rain. Um, it's a drizzle. I will melt. So so I don't know how Luca will respond to snow. Bruno likes snow, but he's a Chihuahua. So he's a tiny little thing, and his little feet get cold really easily. He got stuck outside like twice last year. And I had to go out. I had to like I was in sandals, and I was in sandals, and there is snow pretty deep. Um and he gets stuck because his feet get so cold that then he just can't move. And I had to run out a couple times in sandals through the snow to get him and bring him back inside and warm up his poor little toes. If he would let me put boots on him, that would be fantastic. But no, we can't do that. So I'll be interested to see how Luca does, if Luca likes the snow or not. I have a feeling he might, especially because he loves the rain. Well, he doesn't mind the rain. So, but we'll see. But I think that's about all I'm going to do. That is 263 total stitches for today, which is awesome. According to Pattern Keeper, um, I need 203 stitches every day in order to finish this by October 1st. So that's not too bad actually. So this is incorrect, um, because this is not taking into account the letters, um, and the numbers for their name and the date. So this is not correct. So yeah, I think I was at 61% if I did my counting right from my thing. So we're probably at like, whoa, calm down. Jeez. Wow. Um, so I was at 61% at before I did this. So probably at somewhere between 65 and 70, I would say. But I love how this is turning out. This is a really, really pretty orange color. I love it. But yeah, so we're gonna do some oranges. We're gonna do some reds, and some yellows. I think the reds are down here. Yellows, I think, are like over here, and then oranges and reds are over here. So we're getting there. We've used most of the colors, and then I'm gonna go back to this emerald green, and I'm gonna put the dates down here, and that'll be it. And then I just wash it and iron it and frame it and give it to them. So, but anyway, I hope you really enjoyed. Um, once again, let me know about Oopsie, that's the wrong one. Let me know about Pattern Keeper here if you like it or not. Um, but yeah, that's about it. Okay, okay, Bruno. Okay, I'm gonna get up before my dog starts to really rebel. But I hope you all enjoyed. I will definitely be doing more, obviously. But yeah, if you like this, please leave me a like. Please give me some comments down below. I love comments. Just even if they're just emojis, I like hearing from you guys. Also, still have hopes of doing a live or doing lives, starting lives. Um, Still trying to figure that out, but I would also like to get some more people, uh, you know, subscribe before doing that. But anyway, if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, please leave them down below. Please subscribe. It costs you nothing. It's free to subscribe, and you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you in the next one. Happy stitching!